clap. There we go. So it's great to be here today. Lovely to have you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. So it's a real honour to be able to interview you about your music.
Oh, bless you.
So before we get into it, for those that don't know who you are, may not have heard of Mr. Bailey, you tell us, who is Mr. Bailey?
Before I say that, did you listen to my last album?
Yes.
Good. All right. Mr. Bailey is a singer-songwriter producer. Started off as a backing vocalist for the likes of Lamar, Westlife, Leona Lewis, Alexandra Burke, Andre Bocelli,
Wow.
Baby Spice. The list goes on.
The list goes on, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
did
It sounds
for
like
years.
it does.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you literally have been doing music for the longest time. You eat, sleep, breathe music?
Literally.
Wow, okay.
Dream music.
So why? Why is that? Why was music the thing for you?
I think it chose me. I think when music first came around, I thought it was a bit soft. And I was a bit of a rogue. So when people used to talk about singing, I'd be like, no, let's keep that. But music found me. And because it comes so naturally. It was never, because there was a time where I didn't even know what email was because I was so against technology. So somebody would say, I want to send you a file. I'd instantly get angry. What's a file? Oh, it's a WAV. A wave? What's a WAV? So, and then all of a sudden I'm a singer-songwriter producer and it's the way it's found me, it's great.
So you're literally doing it all?
Yeah. One-man band.
Amazing. So your new album is called
You.
Me and You, right? So why now? What is this album about and why is it so relevant at the moment?
The world needs positivity. The world needs to hear about love. Even if I wanted to sing about negativity, I couldn't. Because God's blessed me too much in life for me to sing about anything else but positivity and love and happiness. And I'm a true romantic, so that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Love songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a love song, can you?
Ever.
So who would you say the album is for?
So there's a girl called, not really. Everybody. I don't think you can get too much positivity, but I think you can get too much negativity.
Agreed.
So I think anybody who wants to feel uplifted, who wants that the goose pimples and that feeling, you know, like when you watch a rom-com
Yeah.
and you think, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what this album does. It's just talking about me and you, love, happiness. There's one song that steps out of the lane slightly,
Okay.
but it all ties in.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What I really liked about the album is that you literally could play it in front of your grandmother, your children. There's something in it for everybody.
Yes.
It's so beautifully written. It's really, really clean though. So you're not going to feel funny playing it in front of anybody. It's literally for everybody, as you've said. There's definitely going to be something in there for everybody. Would you say?
Has to be, and I hate when I hear a song and I say, I want to play a song to someone, and then there's a part that's coming up.
Yeah.
And I have to talk over it. Yeah. So you know.
Yeah.
So
we've all done that.
Yeah. I'm all about the clean music and top to bottom. Listen to it, smile. Next song, and the whole album reflects that.
Amazing. Amazing. So, also, I mean, not so much this album. I know Love at 43 was a bit more personal.
Yeah.
And let's talk a bit about that because you do have some illness that you struggle through.
Yeah.
How is that for you, and how does that affect the music?
Very hard to deal with. It's been a journey. It hasn't finished. It's continuous. People think it's week by week or day by day, but it's hour by hour. You know, the list of ailments that I'm dealing with all the time. But when I listen back to a project when I've finished, I think, how have I done that with literally one lung that works? And I just think it has to be God, because it's literally impossible. There's no way I could say to anybody, does this sound like a man who's got one lung that functions? And they'd say no. And that's not me. That's not because I'm some.
You sound like you have 3 lungs when you're singing.
Yeah, I'm not no superhero. That's just the Almighty who's done that for me. So I'm still able to create beautiful music.
Absolutely. And so how would you say your ailments, how does that affect your creative process, the writing? Does it affect it?
Yeah. I think when I did Love at 43, to be honest, the majority of the album I recorded, sat down with arm in a sling, knees bandaged up, you name it. And then you always can learn something from a situation. So as hard as that was, and I had to sit down to record the album, I actually have perfected sitting down, recording. So I actually don't stand up and record it. I don't stand up and record now.
Wow.
Because I learned that from the previous album. But it does get in the way, the breathing. It depends what day it is. It depends what day it is, what hour it is. But so this is why when I work, I go crazy.
So I guess you get like a window of opportunity, and then you're going, you're writing, you're
like
singing.
This year I recorded 65 songs. Finished. But that's because I had the windows of opportunity. I'm like, right, you don't know what's happening tomorrow, so go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah.
Amazing. So my favourite songs on the album, I've had a good listen.
All right.
I've absolutely loved it. I Wish, Together, and Show You. And I think they run consecutively.
Yeah.
There's like a little moment in there that it was my favourite little gem of the album.
Yeah.
And I thought that Show You was an absolute masterclass, like a vocal masterclass.
That was the last song I did. And it happened by accident.
And did you also produce that one yourself?
But it really happened by accident. Because my favourite song is I Wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that? Why would you say that?
Well, I think I wrote it about a friend and the situation they're in. And I was just listening to certain things they're going through. And I thought, there's a song here. And I can't remember, there's a line I said in the conversation when I'm speaking to her. And that was it. I came off the phone and then it was like...
And does that happen a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your day-to-day life?
Yeah.
So, with regards to yourself and your music, where do you take inspiration? Who's your inspiration?
Well, it's weird. I'm like the most non-singingest singer in the world. I don't really sing. I sing when I'm recording, and that's it. And then I listen to it like 3 weeks later and go, oh wow, when did I do that?
Do you actually enjoy listening to your own music?
No.
How does it feel like?
Right, once it's finished, you've had to listen to it a million times. So it's like, please shut up, go away. You got my nerves. But once it's settled, 3 weeks later you listen, you're like, yeah. And you get something else every time you listen to it. Do you know what I mean? Every single time I listen to it, I get something else from it.
Could you tell us a bit about your writing process? Where do you start? You know, you hear of some having to be in a darkened room, some, go abroad, some have to have bare feet. What's your thing?
First of all, when I record, I look like an absolute tramp. And that's a must. I like my clothes.
Can't imagine that.
No, I love my clothes, but it's weird. It's just like, I've got these bare feet slippers. They're like literally bare feet. I put them on, a robe that's nasty and tatty, but it's just comfortable.
So you like go full on caveman?
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, hello, I'm recording. Just leave me alone. But my writing process is really strange because I don't write with a pen. Never have. So that's why I don't really learn the material. Because when you're writing, you're learning. Bar bar black sheep. No, not that. Bar bar black. Oh, that's how you learn. Mm. But because I just kind of sing off feel, and it just comes. I don't know if it's divine intervention or what, but it just comes the way it comes out. It's crazy. So turn on the thing, say a prayer, kiss the mic, it just flows. Because I used to record 5 songs a day. So I'm so used to it now that whatever comes, it just comes. But sometimes with doing it that way, you can sometimes repeat lyrics. But because I don't listen to it, I don't know. My sister will say, you said that in the other song. And I go, oh, okay, let's go back.
It's good you've got somebody overseeing for you.
Yeah.
So on the first track in your album, you have a rapper called JD, is that
Tom
correct?
JD, yeah.
So tell us a bit about him.
This is the first guy I'm going to be producing. I got a message on Instagram, just random, like, hi, my name's Tom. I've gone on your Instagram and it seems that you're more than music. I really love some of the inspirational stuff you've said. I'd like to work with you. Got no money. I live at home. I go to school. But I just thought I'd ask. And I thought, you cheeky little. But I liked that. I was like, I like that. Started talking, and little did I know, this guy's incredible. He's just turned 18. We've done 4 tracks, and next year is going to be nuts. I didn't expect that. Even the song we did called Never Doubt Me, if anybody wants to hear, it's Never Doubt Me featuring Mr. Bailey. It's on all digital platforms. But I didn't expect him to exceed that. But he's incredible.
Fantastic.
Incredible. So
there'll be definitely some collaborations between you and him in the future.
It's already
again.
happened. We've already done 3 songs.
Amazing. So speaking of collaborations, what's your ultimate? Like, what's your dream collab?
So if I could do an album of features, Brandy, Jasmine Sullivan, Leandria Johnson. If he was alive, Donny Hathaway. If he was alive, Sam Cooke. If he was alive, Marvin Gaye. Bilal. D'Angelo. I think that'd be it.
That's a good list. You can start getting through at least some of that, can't you?
Mali Music, you know what? I'd love to do like a trio with Mali Music and Jonathan McReynolds. They're crazy.
Make that happen.
Yeah.
Love the sound of that. So you sing, you songwrite, you produce. Which do you prefer?
See, it's strange. See, you know, it seems like I've always got a story, but when I was younger, there was no such thing as ADD or attention deficit disorder. It was you're either a good child or you're rude. So I was rude. In black culture, we say feisty. So my attention span is so tiny that it's like, whichever one I'm doing, I've got a window of 20 minutes. Then I need to go and take a walk.
Would you say that's why you fell into the 3, so you could kind of just do a bit, and then when you get, you can move on and do something else?
Because literally I'll be trying to write or whatever, and then let's say, oh, look at this. So while I'm writing, I'm like, then my mind goes, oh my God, how many leaves are there? And I'm like, I don't know. Find out. No. Find out. Quick. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's it for the next 10 minutes. It's the strangest thing. So that always happens. So it's good that I've got the 3 elements that I can bounce off.
Yeah.
But I also know that my mind runs all over the place anyway.
It's working.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing is working, isn't it? So for any young Mr. and Miss Baileys out there, up and coming artists, what advice would you give them to get started, or even to continue in what they're doing?
Start, find your sound. That was the weirdest thing for me, finding my sound, because it's kind of based on who you listen to. So when Eric Benet's first album came out, I was an Eric Benet maniac. And then everyone was telling me about Joe. I was like, Then I'm comparing them all. And then I found someone who I thought was amazing, which is Dave Hollister. And I just really started to study all these singers. So I would say for anyone who wants to start singing, find a sound that you've got, and then find an artist that's similar to that, just to learn some of the tricks. Because you're eventually going to go into your own sound anyway. But just find certain singers who were relatable to the style you want, and be realistic. If you're a tenor and you listen to Whitney Houston every day, it's not going to work. So be realistic and just keep grinding, and you know what? Embrace your mistakes. Embrace when you go out of tune. I've got so many files of singing out of tune, and I'm crying tears over the phone. I ring my sister, go, listen to this note, because it's all fun. It's not that serious. Yeah. There's all these people competitive and who can out-sing who and who's better than who. No one can sing like me, and I can't sing like anybody else. So everybody's competing, and it's just like, for what? You're you, I'm me. We just embrace each other, and that's it.
Amazing, that's brilliant advice. Yeah, fantastic. So, what's next, dare I ask, for Mr. Bailey?
What's next is Mr. Bailey presents Tom JD. Can't wait. And he raps clean as well. Because I told him, I said, listen, ain't no swear words, I just don't want to hear it. I don't need to hear that on my work. And he said, it's funny you should say that because I don't really curse. And I was just like, yeah, we're meant to work. My secret weapon, which is my sister. Oof.
So what's your sister's name for those that don't know?
Her name is Fiona Andrew Bailey, but we're going to go with the initials. So she's going to be called FAB. She's fab.
She is.
And her vocals are fab. And yeah, so we've already got that project tied up, but I guess as time goes on, we're experimenting in different genres. So she'll be next year. And then I've got Afrobeats project. And I wouldn't even say it's gospel, but you can call it what you want, but you're gonna dance your socks off. I'm telling you are gonna dance. I listened to it this morning thinking, when they hear this. So Tom JD, FAB, the Afrobeats project, and the part, I don't know where I'm gonna fit in the part 2 of Me and You, but it's already done.
So we've got a lot to look forward to when it comes to Mr. Bailey and your collective. Yeah. That's amazing. So, last question for those out there that are would like to find you, would like to hear your music. Where can they go? Where can they find the album? How can they follow you and all the rest of it?
Spotify, Amazon, Apple, it's all Mr. Bailey. First album was called Open. Second album, Love at 43. And then there was a project where there's a song called Sunny Day that did really well. So there's a remix EP of Sunny Day, that's on there as well. On all streaming platforms, Mr. Bailey on YouTube, Mr. Bailey Music on IG, Mr. Bailey Music on Twitter, Mr. Bailey Music on Facebook, if anyone still uses it.
Some of us still do, yeah.
Yeah, us oldest.
Some of us, yeah.
I see you on Facebook. Yeah, so it's really weird. I officially do music now because of the love. I'm not fussed about financial gain. Of course, we're all trying to do business, but we also know that right now, the music game's in a bit of a crazy place. But I genuinely do music for the love of it, and that's why I keep doing it.
And I think that shows in all the music you make. Yeah. It's really lovely. It's a real gift to its listeners.
Because I want people to smile. Because there's an army of people out there who are making people frown. So we've got to gather up our team and just keep people smiling.
Love that.
And make happy music.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time and thanks for the music, Mr. Bailey.
It's an honour and I really appreciate this. What's the production company called, by the way?
We're called Candi Media.
Use Candi Media, they're great. Gotta plug in. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.